All right, guys, if you're watching right now, do us a favor and press the share button and the like button. It tells Facebook that this is good content and to show it to more people. And we appreciate it if you hit the share and the like button. Should we do a contest for the show? Why do we always do the contest?
Well, there's a contest going on right now for the cake stained shorts.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So we have a contest, guys. We did a thing earlier where I smashed a cake and got cake all over the shorts. And we're giving away the shorts with the cake all over them and a free product for the best face cake smash. So basically, I want to see somebody smash their face into a cake.
What do they got to do to do they tag you in the cake smash?
Yeah, tag Redcon1 and it's hashtag cake. Just tag me.
You don't even remember. Also, before we get going, a little promotion. No problem doing a little plugging. The Oye clothing. I always call it Oye. It's OIE clothing.
OIE.
The OIE clothing. All the old stuff that people are excited about is half price right now as we're making room.
Yeah, so we got a lot of new stuff coming, and as Aaron said, all of the old merchandise is 50% off with code OYE50. So OYE50. 50% off, and obviously you can follow the links from redcon1.com to get to the OIE site.
Yeah.
So that stands for Outgrow Your Ego, which is my brand, and
there it is. And that's one of the shirts that's actually half off right now. The code OIE. So I'm trying to load up the comments, seeing how this is going to work here. I feel like last time it was easier to get the comments than this. Oh, there you go. Okay.
Can you just click on the video and then
is that what I'm doing? Oh, that's it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's what we were doing wrong last time. Okay, there you go. Turn up the sound. Sick new shirt, Ryan says. Thanks. This is one of the new shirts on the new apparel release. So, guys, what we're doing here, in case you don't know, basically Dallas and I, the plan was to every Tuesday do a live Instagram and Facebook Live where you guys got to ask us questions and really ask Dallas, have him available, have us both available. One of the good things about Redcon 1 is that we're available to you guys. So it's not like other big companies or other companies out there where you don't know who runs it, you don't know who's involved, and you don't know the players. With us, we're constantly available, constantly involved. You can see Dallas doing just about everything he does in his whole life on social media. So this gives one more opportunity for you guys to reach out and ask questions and talk to us. If it's questions about the products, if it's questions about training or what Dallas's plans are, where he's going to be next, or if it's business-related questions, anything is acceptable. Anything goes. Anything in good taste goes.
Yeah, keep it classy.
Yeah. Okay, Matthew Lang wants to know, Dallas, how the hell did you afford to get where you are? Getting to this level isn't cheap.
Yeah, it's not, but it's just like anything else. You got to work for it. So, when I first started out, I was kind of in a transitional period, and I worked for Brian Moss, who's like an older brother to me. I worked for him at his gym, and did pretty much everything for him that I could, whether it be mow his grass, work at his gym, clean the tanning beds, clean the weights, whatever. And then I bounced on the nights and weekends for a long time as well. And then also I worked as a cook at a barbecue restaurant. So a lot of nights, like my days, sometimes I would wake up, like on the weekends, I'd wake up at like on a Friday morning at 6 a.m. and we'd have to load all the barbecue pits. And I'd cook all day, and then I'd be at bounce. I'd get off, say around like 10, 11, and I'd go straight to the club and bounce to like 4, 5, have to clean up the club afterwards. And then from there, I'd, go train typically. And then I might get like an hour of sleep. Like I would run straight through. Sometimes I wouldn't even get to train on the weekends, but I just run straight through. And it's like anything else. If you want it bad enough, you'll find a way. Like, yeah, it's not cheap, but it's also not as expensive as people make it out to be. I mean, I had it down to where I knew, basically it would take me, $200 a week for food, X amount for supplements and other things. And I mean, you just budget yourself and you know how much money you got to make. So, you got to get off your ass and make it. And it's just like Aaron. I mean, it's not cheap to, start a huge ass company and all the companies that Aaron has, but also it's baby steps too. You don't just start off. oh, I need everything, I need it now. It's like, your first order of supplements is probably something that you would laugh at now.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even waste your time ordering so few supplements.
No,
now.
you're right. It's about priorities.
Yeah.
It's about priorities. And, you made doing this your number one priority.
Yeah.
And if you truly make anything a number one priority, so instead of Dallas going out to a bar to go drink or go do this or the other thing or buy something he may have wanted, he put that money into investing in himself.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't have jack shinola. Like, I really didn't have nothing. I mean, I, slept at my brother's house, drove, the same truck that I'd had. If it wasn't for, really just, like, you have to miss out on a lot. Like, it's that simple. Like you said, priorities. Like, there were lots of things. Like, when you first started making money, you too, when there was lots of things you probably wanted to spend money on.
Sure.
But instead, you put it back into the company, and then you make more money, and then eventually you have the money to buy the things you wanted plus more, and plus you've invested in yourself to the point where it's returning back.
Ultimately, achieving anything big in life requires sacrifice.
Yeah.
And that's really the issue, is that hard work and time and sacrificing things you may want, or not going to the beach or not doing things that you that's just part of achieving anything really big in life. Nothing happens that matters happens easily or quickly. So
absolutely,
that's life for you. So what does it cost? It costs hard work, sacrifice, and time.
Yeah.
And, honestly, that's the keys to success. If you put in the time, you never quit, you make it a priority, and you spend your hours thinking about it, eventually you're going to make it.
Yeah, for sure.
Creatine product Tango. So Tango comes out this week. It may be even shipping today, but I got a promise from the manufacturer that it will be here by Friday. I'm hoping that we'll be here tomorrow, but Friday at the latest. And that is our creatine and recovery product, which is exciting. Mm-hmm. Grape and kiwi strawberry. Eduardo says that grape is the best tasting supplement he's ever had. So
yeah, it tastes good. You guys are gonna love it.
And that just covers the creatine market for us. We have 3 types of creatine. Creatine monohydrate, which is arguably the best and the most established. There's literally hundreds of studies. And then it has HCl, which is my personal favorite. Only 1 gram is the effective dose. So we have 5 grams of the normal creatine, which is the effective dose. 1 of that, and then 1 of the new Magna Power, which is and then there's a whole bunch of other stuff in there. I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but it's going to be pretty cool. Tiger Blood Total War. What does it taste like? What do you think? You didn't love that as much. You liked sour gummy.
Yeah, it's not really. Just honestly, it's not really my favorite. Ashley drinks it.
Yeah.
Ashley, what's it taste like?
Deliciousness. It's my favorite.
She likes it. Ashley likes it.
They say I've heard people say coconut, cherry coconut is the
I was going to say like fruit punch coconut.
Yeah, fruit punch coconut.
Yeah, it's definitely got a little hint of coconut.
Look, obviously a lot of people like because it sold out faster than any other. I don't know if it's because the name is cool.
I think it's the name.
The name, yeah. We sold out of it. So we ordered a 5,000, which usually will last, a month or 2. Mm-hmm. And it sold out in 2 weeks and we have not been able to get it back yet. So it's like...
Yeah, me personally, I like the sour gummy, but that's also because, honestly, I haven't... Once we got the sour gummy, I don't think I've really liked anything as much as that. Yeah.
Let's see. You want to answer this one, or are you gonna just the Russian here and move on?
Will you compete? No, I will not compete in the Olympia this year. Unfortunately, I told myself, and me and Aaron had this talk before the Arnold even came about, that if we didn't win the Arnold, and didn't win any of the shows thereafter, that we were going to be done for the year. And that was definitely not the plan. The plan was to win the Arnold. Unfortunately, you fall short. But it's kind of like, just like we talked about earlier, when you want to achieve something, just because you fail the first time or it doesn't work out the first time, you don't set new goals.
Right.
You keep with the same goals. So the same goal is to win the Arnold. So that's what we plan to do next year. And moving forward from then, obviously, yes, we will be back in the Olympia. But I feel like if I can't win the Arnold, we're not going to place where I want to place in the Olympia, and then you're going to be right back into prep, and it's just going to be one never-ending prep. So, well,
the goal, right? I guess if you look at the history of bodybuilding, you'll see that the guys who win and do really well maximize and really minimize the preps. They're only doing a few preps because they're doing the Olympia because they're top 6 or top 5, and they're doing the Arnold, and usually that's it. So there's not, and I'm not saying that that's bad. I like when people compete a lot of times, but if your goal is to be the best, you need to really get in the top 5. That needs to be your goal for the Olympia, because then you can pick and choose. You can do another show, you can do a few, or you could just do one. And I think that's an important milestone that we got to hit.
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, it's, do you want to compete or do you want to win? You know, and it's like I could keep competing, and there's a lot of shows that I probably could win, and rightfully would, but the goal's not to just win any show; it's to win these shows. So.
Right, 100%. So now that people have the answer. I know, because that's the question I hear the most.
Yeah, we'll get it a lot more times.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. I feel like I passed up some.
There's a ton.
I know. There's a lot. Okay, so this is an interesting training one. So he said, this guy Dan Clark says that he was at the gym and he hurt his knee. So he can barely walk. What do you recommend to save my knees but still grow my legs?
Well, if you can barely walk, you should probably go see a doctor.
That's for sure.
I mean, let's be honest. If your knee is so bad you can barely walk, there's not a whole lot you're going to be able to do to grow your legs. So I would go see a doctor and get your knee fixed, and then worry about growing your legs.
Yeah.
Because obviously whatever problem you have is serious.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can seriously barely walk, that's bad.
And also, like, in terms of if you have a really bad knee, it's going to be very difficult to grow your legs.
Yeah, I mean, it's the hinging point of your quads and hamstrings, so I don't really know. If your knee's that bad, I don't know how many things you could really do.
Yeah. I have one, my left knee is, like, not right, and I think that I probably need something done to it. And as a result, even though it doesn't hurt, as a result, I always favor the right leg more, and no matter what I do. So I know I probably need to go see the doctor, and as a result, one leg is bigger than the other.
Yeah, I mean,
that's not, and I can walk. I'm okay. I'm not in pain.
That's the case with a lot of people. But if your knee's that bad, it's and even in your case, like if you were trying to compete or be competitive again, you would have to get that fixed before obviously moving forward with that. So,
Todd wants to know, did you enjoy the cake smash video? I guess they were watching on Instagram.
I haven't seen.
I guess
me smashing the cake or his.
No, you. I guess you see.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
You're gonna see the video coming soon.
Yeah, they didn't even tell me I had to smash the cake. I thought I had to, but then I got here and they said I didn't have to, and I'd already got myself all worked up and wanted to. So.
He was dead set on smashing the cake, so it's gonna be a cool video. So you guys are gonna see it on. Hopefully, you guys who are watching now probably will see it on the Facebook ads, because it's an ad for cake batter proteins. It's a pretty cool idea. Little baby Aiden, my son, and then it transforms into the really, really big baby. Does pineapple belong on pizza? It's an important question.
Yes, absolutely.
I agree.
It's the only way to eat pizza.
I agree. I'm a big pineapple guy on my pizza. Would you guys consider opening a Redcon retail store? The answer to that is probably not. Retail stores are hard, man. You need to pay a lot of attention to create a really good retail store. You need to have a tremendous staff, and you need to pay a lot of attention to that. So
I mean, you can have it's really simple when you think about it. You can have a retail store and service one town, or you can have a website and service the whole country.
Right, exactly.
So I mean, for us, we already have a website where we're shipping, thousands of orders weekly. So it's obviously not in our best interest to do that.
Yeah, and it does, if people have a store. Because we deal with hundreds of brick and mortar retail stores. The ones that do really well, and there are ones that do really well, are the ones that have the best staff with the most attention given to it. And so, like, if I were going to spend time at the retail store, it would take away from everything else. And if we have people here that are doing great, to have them there would also take away. So, Tim says, Dallas, how much do you eat meals and calories? And what age did you start to train?
I eat a lot. Right now, if you want to know exactly.
You got the numbers right there?
Yeah, I mean, I can give them to you.
Yeah.
If you really want to know, we'll just whip up the diet here. So, meal 1, 4 whole eggs, 5 ounces of beef, 100 grams of grits, 100 grams of fat-free yogurt, 150 grams of strawberries, 50 grams of blueberries, 8 ounces of all-fruit apple juice. Meal 2, 300 grams of rice, 196 grams of cooked chicken, 100 grams of guacamole with 8 ounces of veggies. Meal 3, 350 grams of hash browns, 7 ounces of lean beef, and veggies are optional with this meal. And then I also, with that meal, I can add another 40 grams of carbs via hash browns or fruit, or if I want to have like a bagel or something. But I got to get another 40 grams of carbs in that meal as well. And then meal 4 is, which is actually my last meal. I'm gonna sum it all up here later. 3 whole eggs, 1 cup of egg whites, 4 slices of turkey bacon, 3 slices of bread. Normally Ezekiel, sometimes I just go for like just bread because I'm not really any kind of gluten intolerant.
Right.
30 grams of jam. My pre-training meal is 350 grams of hash browns, 7 ounces of lean beef.
We love hash browns, huh?
Well, I like the hash browns can mean potatoes too.
Yeah.
Like I just get the frozen Yukon potato hash browns. But typically, like, I have a meal prep company too that helps me. So I eat the potatoes. They send me all the same. I mean, potatoes, 350 grams of potatoes. It's not like I'm like deep frying them in oil.
Right.
I cook them under the broiler on the stove. And 1 bagel, pre-workout. Intra-workout, or pre-workout, I have 50 grams of carbs from our cluster bomb. Intra-workout, another 50 grams of carbs of cluster bomb with 3 scoops of breach. And post-workout, I have 60 grams of whey from Isotope, so that's like 2 1/4 scoop or something like that. It's like, I just do like 2 big fat scoops, really.
Right.
With 25 grams of honey and 120 grams of creamer ice. Also, of course, I do about, Total War stuff pre-workout, but that's not really like caloric. So, and then so that's a day of food.
It's a lot of stuff, and you're eating pretty clean. I mean, that's pretty clean.
Yeah, I mean, well, obviously,
You can cheat if you want.
when Ashley comes around, she's a bad influence. No,
Have you taken home an MRE yet?
Yes, and typically.
Have you tried MRE yet?
Oh my God, amazing.
Good, right? Good. I'm pretty happy about it.
Cinnabon, the one that you had me try.
Yeah, you tried the sweet potato pie?
Yeah.
You do have a blueberry also?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Typically, I like it. I'm on the run here lately during the days and traveling a lot. So at least 1 to 2 meals is an MRE.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I do 5 scoops.
Oh, 5 scoops.
Yeah.
A little extra, because it'll be like 60 grams of protein.
Yeah, exactly. 60 grams of protein, 100 carbs, basically.
Very cool. Benjamin, let me give a shout out to Kyle, says about Vegas Discount Nutrition, phenomenal products. We sell a lot of it. Kyle, thank you at Vegas Discount. They're a big supporter of the brand, and we would have actually been there if it weren't for the Pittsburgh Pro that same weekend. They had a big event.
Right, yeah.
We would have been there. I sent Mark Anthony and John Riccio. We would have totally been.
We might swing it if we go to
USA's or something.
USA's, we might swing by. Definitely go see them at the Olympia weekend.
Yeah, 100%. They're great. Remember, that's the huge stores, really humongous.
Yeah.
They had one little store in this location. It was doing so good. They got the one next to it, and then they got the one next to it, and they got the one behind it, and they became now the whole shopping mall is Vegas Discount. So if everyone, it's pretty awesome.
Good for them.
It's got to be the biggest nutrition store in history.
Yeah.
It's like 5,000 square foot nutrition store.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's like a little shopping mall of nutrition. Benjamin McKee says, Singerman, I know what you touch usually turns to gold. What is your marketing secret? Well, Benjamin, if it was that easy, if there was just one secret, then I would have a whole bunch more businesses and probably some more money. But the truth of the matter is with Redcon, because I can speak specifically about that one, is we came at it from a whole different angle. The angle was basically, instead of asking people to buy stuff and basically saying, hey, we got this, give us some money, we're going to give you this good product, we came at it from trying to provide value to the consumer for free. So that came in terms of entertainment, education, all of the Dallas videos that you guys see, everything else that's been available from Redcon 1 that hopefully you guys like, that doesn't require any money, that's for free. And the plan was always that we're going to do such a good job of doing that and being available to you guys like we are right now, that you would want to go check out the website, and that the products and the apparel were cool enough that you would want to give that a try too. And then we would back that up by having really, really great products, really awesome apparel. So when you buy, even if you buy a t-shirt and you don't take protein or whatever, you can try the shirt and say, man, this is a cool shirt. I like the design and I believe in the message.
Yeah, I mean, I think the aspect or the angle that we took with Redcon 1 was, if I was like, being as how me and you were both, well, still are big fans of the fitness industry and, everything that goes within, what would I look for? Like, what would I support in a company? And it's basically like he just said, there's the content and the quality products. And I mean, really, to draw your attention, I mean, honestly, if you think about it, like, I remember back in the day when I started, like, the only reason I knew what BSN was because I knew who Ronnie Coleman was.
Of course, yeah.
You know, and so you just follow that.
They personalized the brand, really, which is they were one of the first ones that had any kind of personality to the whole brand. Because when you thought BSN, you thought Ronnie Coleman. And we've made a big effort to personalize the brand with you and with me. So when people see us, I can't believe how many people at the New York Pro taking pictures with me, because it was always in the past with Blackstone, it was always with PJ.
Right.
And, it was weird to have that. And obviously with you, it's like, people literally, they stop you, see the rags on.
It's humbling. It's great.
Yeah. Even in the UK, which is really neat. I'm seeing a bunch of comments about the UK. Really cool. One of the neat, I'm sad I didn't get to go. But one of the coolest parts that Eric told me, you told me, is the fact that people were so excited about the brand and wearing the apparel and stuff in the UK.
Yeah.
A whole other country.
Yeah.
Which is really neat. Okay. Any advice on how to get your legs toned for a girl?
Well, getting toned or, leaner, tighter, whatever you want to call it, it's really going to all go back to your diet. Obviously training, cardio is all going to play a role, but, if your diet's not to a point where, you're burning body fat and obviously keeping, the muscle fueled, but yet not like fat storage is, high, then you're not going to get much leaner. So, whatever you're doing, obviously I'm assuming you're training, I'm assuming you're doing your cardio. If you're not, that'd be a good place to start. But definitely the diet is going to be the key in trying to tone any aspect or any part of the body.
Right. Yeah, it's obviously a common misconception where women, men too, think that they can tone one area. They're like, I'm going to tone my legs. It doesn't work like that.
Or do 1,000,000 sit-ups and get abs.
Yeah,
I know a lot of guys that can do 1,000,000 sit-ups.
Yeah, and have no abs, right?
Yeah.
Perry Libertori asks, will we ship stuff to Afghanistan to a base? Yes, we ship to all forward operating bases all over the world. So, and we do on a daily basis. And actually, just for incidentally, if you're active duty or former military, you get 25% off of the website all the time, every day. So when you go to the cart to check out, you'll see a place to click. If you are a police officer, a first responder, or you're active or former military, it'll ask you to prove it, just so you know you can't do this. If you're not, it won't work, because you're gonna have to show your ID or a military email address. But if you have that, you're in. You save 25% all the time, and yes, we will ship to any forward operating bases. Randy wants to know, Dallas, what are your PRs on squat, bench, and deadlift, and have you ever considered powerlifting?
I've never done a lot of singles, ever. I guess some of the coolest stuff I've done is 5 plates plus the clamps. So you can, the metal clamps, you can call it 500 if you want. You can call it 497 or whatever you want to call it. We'll call it 500. I did 500 on bench for 6. Squats, I did 7 plates, which is 675. Yeah, 675 for 10, or 8 or 10. I don't even remember. I think it was 10. 8. 675 for 8. And deadlift, I pulled Ronnie's 800 for 2, and then I pulled an 845 single. So that's about as cool as it gets.
Yeah. And have you ever thought about doing powerlifting?
Yeah, I've thought about it, but it's obviously there's a variety of things that go into that. Number one, Aaron doesn't pay me to be a powerlifter. Number two, it's just not really like what I'm passionate about. Like, I like lifting heavy and training hard, but I don't really do it competitively. It's just the way I like to transform my physique.
But you have to admit, you've given it thought, like it would be cool.
Oh yeah, it would be cool. Don't get me wrong.
Because you would be good at it. We just look at the numbers on the internet, and you can see you're like in the elite level.
If I ever trained for it, I'm sure I could. I don't want to say sure, but I feel like I could do just as good as most guys doing it now.
Yeah.
But also there's
the Lily Bridges, who we just recently signed.
Yeah.
Eric told me that he thinks you would be like one of the top guys.
Yeah, maybe.
He said he'd be a little better, but
he's pretty good. He's super strong. He's pulled.
You guys are about the same size, and you're the same age.
Yeah, he's pulled like 900 pounds.
We need to send you over there. We're gonna have to find some time when you're not traveling somewhere else, and then send you over there.
Yeah, I'm telling
Because that would be really cool. That's part of the reasons I wanted them. Is that because they're a whole. In case you guys don't know, Eric, Ernie, and
then it's Ernie Jr.
Ernie Jr. Okay, Ernie Jr. It's two sons and a father. Little Ernie, who's not that little at all.
None of them really.
So it's a family of powerlifters, and they all look the same too. I showed Darielle, and she's like, "What's the dad? Which one's the dad?"
Genetics are very strong.
Very strong.
Yeah.
They look all identical.
Yeah.
She's like, "They look like all brothers."
Yeah.
So anyway, these guys we just signed recently, and we haven't got a chance to get content with them yet, and that's why you haven't seen too much. But expect some good stuff to come.
Yeah. Stupid strong guys.
Yeah, stupid strong. Let's see. Josh asks, will Redcon 1 be expanding into large retail stores like GNC and Vitamin Shoppe? Well, Josh, we have been trying to get into Vitamin Shoppe. For some reason, Vitamin Shoppe doesn't think that we fit. So, and that's a quote. I don't understand why. Maybe because the military thing, or because it looks a little more hardcore than some of the current
So in other
products.
words, Vitamin Shoppe doesn't support the military, so boycott.
We didn't say that officially. No, what we would like you to do though, Josh, if you really do want to see us with Vitamin Shoppe, this is what we've been asking, is go to your local Vitamin Shoppe when you're in there and say, "Where's Redcon 1? I want to request it," to the manager, and they will actually take a note and send that up. Or you can email customer service and request it, or you can tag them on social media and say, "Why don't you carry Redcon?" And they're a business. So if we demand it enough, then they will.
I mean, we tried, and like Aaron said, for some reason they think that we don't fit, or we're not going to fit into their marketing or what.
We won't sell there, which is crazy.
So. Yeah, I mean, I don't. If they think we won't sell there, I would love to see them. I would love to hear of a pre-workout that sells more than ours.
Yeah. Yeah, so we would really like to be there. I actually like Vitamin Shoppe a lot, even though we're kind of like talking. we're disappointed, but I really like them a lot.
I like Vitamin Shoppe.
I like them.
Just butthurt.
Don't upset us, okay?
I'm just butthurt about it.
And then on the flip side, GNC is very interested, and so we're figuring out what's possible with GNC and what's the smart move, because obviously there's a lot of GNCs. So the thing that we wouldn't want is I wouldn't want to front the product, because they don't pay you when you ship the product. They pay what they call terms. So you have to basically front the product for them to sell. And so if you're fronting product for 4,000 stores, it can cost literally millions of dollars to put the products in the stores. And so that's kind of a nerve-wracking thing. So we're trying to figure out the best way to do it, to be in more places, to be more available for you guys, but not bet the house on it, bet the farm.
But
right?
there are tons of like brick and mortar
great
retail shops that are selling Redcon.
Hundreds.
I'd be willing to say there's probably one close to you. I mean,
there is.
Yeah.
100%. And if there isn't, then go to the one closest to you and do the same thing we told you.
Yeah. Tell me one.
Yeah. Let's see. Dallas Henry Mack. What's your favorite? Henry Mack is obviously Nuts and More fame. Our Nuts and More guy. Henry wants to know, what's your favorite candy? He asked me too. What's your favorite candy? It's an interesting one.
Peanut M&Ms. Out of the freezer.
Oh, out of the freezer. Oh, it's specific. I like Snickers. I'm ready with them. I'm ready.
I like Snickers. Ta-da!
Any way we can post the front and back of the apparel that have logos on the back. Any way we can post front and back of apparel that we have. What does that mean? I don't know.
I think they want to know if...
Any way we can post front and back.
You mean we as in us or we as in you?
Like the back of our clothing now? Is what he's asking?
I don't know.
I'm confused. Ask that one again, Alex. Give us a little more specifics. If you mean, can you put your logo on our clothing or our logo on your clothing? The answer is yes, if that's what you're asking. But I don't think that is. We got a shout out from Malaysia. That's awesome. Dallas, will you be at Battle at the River? Right. Does he mean Battle at the Bay?
No, he means Battle at the River. That's a show that I nationally qualified at. Way back in 2011. Yeah, here's the thing about Battle at the River, and I'm just going to call it what it is. I'm going to be honest about it. They've contacted me about guest posing. I gave them a deal that was probably $3,000 below what I normally charge for a guest poser, which promoters all over the United States at much smaller shows happily pay.
He said no, huh?
And they have, they're just being cheap. I mean, I'll
There you
tell
have
it
it.
like it
There
is.
you
I mean,
have
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, and it kills me to say that the show has regressed so much since I've done it. But unfortunately, year after year, I've volunteered, I've offered, tried to give them deals that I don't know where they're finding cheaper guest posers to find. One year they told me they wanted a big name.
Yeah.
So, they're going to spend that much money. They wanted a big name.
Yeah.
So.
Well, here you are now. You're ready. You're ready.
I don't know. It's no hard feelings, man, but it's just one of those things where I don't really know if they expect me to do it for free. But, the way my schedule is, unfortunately, I can't fly.
Well, you would be turning down to
anywhere.
pick an appearance. To do like that, you would be turning down the money. I think that's the thing that you have to say is, look, if your appearance is X dollars and you do it for X, Y, which is less than X, you have just lost the money because somebody else would have given you the other money.
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple, I have so many weekends a year I can guest pose. And, I mean, literally, I have requests for every single weekend.
Yeah.
I just finished my 7th weekend in a row on the road. And... I unfortunately I can't travel for free. So that's the truthful answer. And like I said, it's no hard feelings against Brian and the guys, but I tried to cut them a deal, and I guess they weren't interested.
There you go. So do what we did for Vitamin Shop and go demand. Tell Brian. Nathan says a subscription service for apparel, like $19.99 or $12.99 or $15.99 a month for 1 or 2 pieces per month. Maybe. Maybe. I've thought about reoccurring billing is a big thing. So like subscription boxes and all this stuff is big.
Do a box. You get like 1 piece of apparel and 2 supplements every month or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I would want to make it like because it'd have to be a deal, right?
Yeah.
So it'd have to be a really good deal. Maybe we could do like to think of how to do it, because there's definitely a market for that. I mean, you see.
What do they call it when they
We used to get the bark box.
Yeah.
It's like the dog shit.
Yeah.
And then they do, and then we did I still get from Flex, I get the wine box. So every month, he bought it for me a little while ago.
Yeah.
And I get it for a year. So every month I get this box of these little taster wines and like all little wine accoutrement shit, like stuff, auxiliary stuff for your wine. So every month I get a little box from Flex and Alley with the new little wines and new stuff. So,
you could, we could do.
think of what else you could put.
Care
so
packs.
Yeah, care package. Yeah. You could put a shirt, right? Maybe we could put some samples of because we got all the new samples coming out. But what else? You have to find some kind of like we call it in Yiddish they call it tchotchkes, which we call like little nothings, like our little our funnel things, and our little dog tags. That could go in it. Yeah, little stuff. Maybe put one of these in.
Yeah.
I have to think about it.
You want to tell them about this, Billy?
Oh, yeah. In case you guys don't know, this is pretty cool. This is a deal, right? This thing is on the website for $19.99, and it's a sticker for your car, for the back of your car, just like the ones on my car.
It's a window sticker.
Window sticker. And if you guys post this, send me a picture of this on your car, I will give you your money back for the sticker. So it's free. It's basically free.
Plus, we'll repost your car.
Yeah, plus we'll repost your car.
If it's a cool car.
Only if it's a cool car. No, I'm kidding. All right. CrossFit and supplements. What do you guys recommend? Oh, CrossFit is a big category, and that's the one good thing about Redcon. Even though obviously the foundations of Redcon is bodybuilding, Dallas McCarver. I come from the world of bodybuilding. We are definitely not exclusive to bodybuilding, and somebody who does CrossFit can use really almost all of the products work for CrossFit. Obviously, everybody uses protein. Everybody uses aminos. A pre-workout gets people going, and so really all the products apply to CrossFit. Let's see. Oh, look at this. Tell Dana Brooke what's up.
She's hiding in the corner.
You can hear her.
Can't see me.
I would shift it. But, she's right there. She really is. So let's see. Any of your products available in Asia? They can be shipped. First of all, we'll ship anything worldwide. So if you have an order, we will ship it worldwide. But distributors in Asia have not been the easiest thing. I don't have a lot of experience with that. We do have India and some of like Dubai and in that region, Saudi Arabia, we're working on something. But that's one of the things that we're always looking for more people. Asia, India is the biggest growing category, the growing country for fitness. So I would love to get more in
like
in India.
1/6 of the world lives in India.
Yeah, it's crazy. I can see you doing a month-long India tour.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you go ahead and book that.
Yeah.